What are my thoughts on the Mountaineers' victory over the TCU Tadpoles? Stay tuned to find out. What's up, college football fans and fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Couz, and welcome to another edition of Couz's Corner, your go-to channel for college sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. Well, as you can see, I'm not in my typical studio. I'm having to do this in my car. I don't like doing this, but unfortunately, it's all I could manage today. And I want to get out my review of the TCU game. Obviously, you know, nobody wants to watch it 3 days after the fact, so I wanted to get this out to my viewers as quick as possible. And unfortunately, this is the earliest I could do it. But anyway, I'm really pleased with the team and with the Mountaineers and how they played last night. I thought the offensive game plan was really great. It's what if you remember in my preview video, which by the way I did pick against West Virginia because I wanted them to prove to me that they could win before I pick them again. But I'll probably pick against them again every week now if it means they keep winning. But anyway, but I did say that for them to win the game, they needed to get takeaways on defense, which they did. They needed to run the ball well, which they did, and they needed to stop or at least limit TCU's run game, and they did that. So I think all those keys, all those things were done. The defense actually only gave up 10 points because 7 was scored on special teams with that kick return. So our defense played a really good game. The offense stepped up and played a good game. Daggy didn't light the world up, but he was really efficient. Threw some good balls. He missed a few reads, but hey, you know what? He played a good game. I'm pleased with his performance. Letty Brown had another 100-yard game. The offensive line, in my opinion, was the most improved group on the offensive side of the ball this week. Was really pleased with how they opened up holes. They protected Daggy pretty well. So I'm really happy with the changes that were made. Whatever they changed, it worked. I hope they keep it up. I hope they're able to do that against Iowa State on Saturday. Tony Mathis. Shout out to Tony Mathis. He's finally healthy. He gave Letty some rest, was able to give Letty some rest, and I think it made a difference because Letty at the end of the game seemed more fresh, was able to make a few big runs, and be the Letty that we're used to seeing. So shout out to Tony Mathis when he was in the game, he played well, I thought. Defensive side of the ball. Defensive line did what they do. They were wreaking havoc. I want to give a special shout out to Josh Chandler-Samito. He's a guy who's never mentioned. I fail to mention him a lot in my videos. A lot of the media doesn't mention him. But he went into that game last night second in the Big 12 in tackles, averaging 8 a game. He had 9 again last night. They said he's now the leader in tackles at West Virginia University history. I haven't looked that up yet, but that's what the announcer said last night during the game. So kudos to Josh Chandler-Samito. I think he's an extremely underrated player. The guy's always around the football, and he's a good leader. If you go back and listen to his press conference on Tuesday before the game, he said he talked to his defense and told them he wasn't going out like this his senior year. They had to go out and win. They wanted to go out and win 6 football games. So the guy's stepping up. He's being a leader, and he's proving it on the field. I actually thought he played well in the Baylor game. He was one of the few guys that actually I felt showed up and played well in that game, to be honest. But he's played good in every game, really. But he just doesn't get mentioned enough. Shout out to the defensive backfield, man. Charles Woods stepping up for us. He's one of the transfers that came in the offseason. Got a pick. Darrell Porter Jr., a freshman that's been kind of tossed to the wolves this year. He's looking better. He got himself a pick. Sean Mahome had forced that fumble that got recovered, I think, by it was either Woods or Porter that recovered that fumble. So we forced 3 turnovers. So just all-around great game. Coach Brown, it's my understanding he gave the play-calling duties over to somebody last night. I'm not sure who it was. Some rumors, could have been Jared Parker, or was it the gentleman we brought in that used to coach at Minnesota? I cannot pronounce his last name. Soraka, maybe. We hired him as an offensive analyst, but apparently he was seen on the sidelines last night beside Coach Brown, so maybe he's the one that called the plays. I don't know for sure who. I didn't even hear that part. I've heard of a couple other YouTubers mention that today, that Coach Brown said in a post-game press conference that he delegated that, and I listened to his post-game presser. Did not hear him say that, but maybe I missed it, or he said it in a different interview. But kudos to Coach Brown, man. The guy's not afraid to do things differently. The guy wants to do what it takes to win. I thought the game plan again was great. I thought they executed it well. And here's a message for Mountaineer Nation. I am nauseated at the negativity I saw on Facebook today. We won a conference away game, which we haven't done since 2019. I know TCU's not one of the best teams in the country, but they're still not a terrible football team. They were a 3-3 team that had just destroyed Texas Tech, who beat us a couple weeks ago. And y'all act like we lost the game. It's ridiculous how our fans are acting. I mean, we win a game, you're still talking crap about the coach, you're still talking crap about the quarterback when we won the game. I mean, what do you want? Do you want to win every game 50-0? Listen, the days of the Dana Holgorsen offense are gone right now. We don't have the personnel to run to score 50 points a game. So for those complaining about our offense, that we're not scoring enough, get that out of your system. Number one, we don't have to score that much if our defense plays good. We can win scoring 25 to 30 a game. Okay, in a lot of cases. And the game plan last night was not to go out and score 50. It was to play ball control, offense, and run the football, and that's what they did. But man, come on. It is ridiculous how negative. I'm starting to think that, honestly, some of you people, and it's sad if this is true, but I'm starting to think that some of you are such negative, pessimistic type people that you're never going to be happy. And if that's the case, then I feel bad for you, honestly, because you shouldn't be this unhappy over a game that we win. I mean, really, you shouldn't, especially this game. Now, the Tech game, I was even a little bit aggravated because I felt like we left so many points out there. But last night's game was so important. It was a must-win game. The staff promised changes, and they made it. I mean, everything they said they were going to work on, they did. I just don't know what else they could have done to make you fans happy. I really don't. Let's take a win. You know, we could be 2-5 right now with almost no chance of a bowl game. Instead, we're 3-4, still a pretty decent chance at a bowl game. If the team keeps playing like they're playing, I think they'll win 3 to 4 more games. I really do. But I just don't understand the negativity. I'm glad the fan base doesn't settle for mediocrity. But can we at least be happy after a win, for crying out loud? A win that was badly needed, where the team performed, where they played the best all-around game they've played the entire season? Please be happy about it, okay? Stop the negativity. I'm asking you. I'm begging you. Send shout-outs to the players. Send kudos to the players and the coaching staff. Don't bash them after a win. Come on now. Let's get it together, Mountaineer Nation. We're better than that, okay? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. Give me that thumbs up button. If you thought this video was terrible, give me the thumbs down button. Once again, I apologize for the background, the poor video quality. Best I could do today. My studio's not available right now, so this is it. I appreciate you tuning in. Until next time.